I'm not surprised that the Washington Wizards traded Otto Porter, especially with the news about John Wall and his Achilles injury. Yeah, it makes sense. You've got Otto Porter, who you're paying big money as a number 3 type of option. Does it really make sense for you at this point to pay him $26, $27, $28 million a year each of the next couple of years when your team's not going anywhere? I get it. Makes sense. Makes sense for the Washington Wizards to trade him away. And ultimately, I can't say I'm not surprised that it made sense that the Chicago Bulls and Gar Forman and John Paxson would be stupid enough to trade for him. This Otto Porter trade is peak GarPax stupidity. That's exactly what the fuck this is. The Bulls stink. Everybody knows it. The Bulls fucking know it. So what do you do when you stink and you are in the rebuilding process, which the Bulls have primarily been in for the past 2 decades? I digress. What do you want to do? You have 3 primary goals of what you want to do when you are trying to tank, you're trying to suck, and you're trying to rebuild. You have 3 goals. Number 1, you want to clear out salary cap space. Number 2, you want to acquire as much draft pick capital in the future as you possibly can. And number 3, you want to lose as many fucking games as possible to increase your chances of winning the damn lottery. That's what you want to do. The Bulls with this deal accomplished none of those damn things. No, this is not sitting there saying, oh, they shouldn't have traded Jabari Parker and Bobby Portis. I'm perfectly fine with that. Both of those guys were at the end of their contracts. That's fine. There's a whole thing about why I was okay with Jabari Parker being signed like he was this past offseason. It wasn't just about him. It's the fact that they were tying money into a guy that was only going to be there for 1 year, and then you can move the fuck away from it for a team that didn't really matter any damn ways. And Bobby Portis, he's a role player, but kind of surly, and you're going to have to pay him way too much. And again, you're not a good team. It's not fucking worth it. Especially when you got Markkanen and Wendell Carter Jr. on the damn roster. Portis is most certainly fucking expendable. That's fine. But in the process, to acquire an Otto Porter Jr., who at best is a number 3 option on a mediocre team, for the right to pay him over $25 million this year, next year, and perhaps the year after that, is the height of stupidity. And to the asshats that are going to sit there and say, well, what did you think the Bulls are going to be able to do in free agency anyways? Even with that cap space, they knew they weren't going to get anybody. Isn't that part of the fucking problem here? Ding dong, dumb dicks. If you've got enough money to give people max contracts and nobody wants to come to you, maybe that's a sign that your leadership absolutely sucks. These are the same asshats in Gar and Pax that thought Jim Boylen would be a fucking good decision to make as their next head coach. Couldn't wait to run off Hoiberg, and look what the fuck Boylen's done with them. Good Christ almighty. But in the process here, what you did was you took on a player that's going to tie up salary cap space this year and at least next year, not to mention potentially the option year as well for 2020, 2021. So you didn't clear out salary cap space. You added to it. It's bad enough you were idiots and fucking gave Zach LaVine a ton of money to jack up a bunch of bullshit and play zero defense on a shitty team. Now you're sitting there and bringing in Otto Porter. Oh, that's going to put a lot of W's in the win column and a lot of asses in the seats. You got no draft pick capital to take on Otto Porter's contract. In fact, you gave away a future second-round pick years down the road in order to take on somebody else's salary mistake. And in the process, what you've done is you've added a better player than Jabari Parker or Bobby Portis. So in the process, you could potentially win a couple more meaningless fucking games and cost yourself a chance to win the lottery and get a guy like Zion Williamson or RJ Barrett or somebody else that could actually help turn this fucking thing around. If this isn't the peak of GarPax stupidity, I don't know what the hell is. Sensible rebuilding projects want to clear out salary cap space for the future to give yourself flexibility in a variety of different ways, give you the horsepower to be able to go throw money out there and bring in big-time impact difference makers. The Bulls don't want to fucking do that. They want to give the morning to Zach LaVine and fucking Otto Porter Jr., who wants extra draft draft picks when you suck, giving yourself more swings at the plate to potentially find guys that can be long-term key cogs in your operation. No, why the fuck would you do that? In fact, we'll give you a fucking draft pick for the right to take on your shitty salary. And no, we're not trying to lose every fucking game imaginable like the hell you should be. You're bringing a guy because, oh, he instantly becomes our best two-way player. He might help us win some more games. Ding dong dumb dicks! What the blue fuck is wrong with you? That's not how any of this is done. We went from the days of Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, and before that, fucking Horace Grant and John Paxson. To now we're sitting there spending almost $30 million a year on Otto Porter to screw ourselves out of winning the fucking lottery. This goes beyond GarPax stupidity. This goes to Reinsdorf, sell the team, or at this point, do everybody a favor in Chicago and just fucking die already. Because that's what Bill Wurtz did. He died so that way his Blackhawks could finally win something. Clearly, at this point in time, that's the only way shit's gonna get solved. Either you croak, or you finally do the right thing and fire these fucking asshats and Gar Forman and John Paxson. This is stupid.